So let's talk about the journey from who you are right now to who you could be. It's all about flipping that switch inside your head, Going from just accepting your limits to actually building your own potential. Let's dive in. It really all starts with this one simple question. And it's not about being arrogant, it's just this little whisper of possibility. What if? What if you could become someone that nobody, maybe not even you, thinks is possible? That little question, that's the spark that ignites the entire thing. All right, so the first step on this path, well, it isn't always glamorous. A lot of the time, it starts with this deep, profound dissatisfaction, a call to action that's born from just being completely fed up with an average life. And we're not talking about a mild dislike for mediocrity here. This is a raw, physical revulsion. It's that moment you wake up and you realize you cannot stand the thought of your own unfulfilled potential for one more day. This right here, this just lays it out perfectly. There are two paths you can take. The limited life is, well, it's passive. You just accept the world as this set of walls you try not to bump into. But the broad life, that's when you realize everything around you was made by people who were no smarter than you are. It's when you understand that you can actually influence it, you can change it, and you can build your own things. Okay, so you've answered the call. You want that broad life. But here's the thing, it's not free. There's a currency you have to pay, because believe me, greatness has a pretty hefty price tag. And that price, it's paid with these three things. Your time, all those hours you're going to spend working while other people are relaxing. Your pain, that discomfort of pushing your body and your mind way beyond what you thought their limits were. And your sacrifice, giving up the easy choices, the parties, the instant gratification, all for a long-term goal. Think about it. We all want to be tough, disciplined, or successful. But are we really willing to do what it takes to earn those traits? If you want to be tough, you can't expect to have an easy life. You've got to be willing to make that trade. And let's be real, a huge part of that price is pain. But you have to understand, there are two kinds. The pain that changes you, that's the pain of discipline. The burn from a workout, the struggle of learning something new. It's temporary, and it leads to pride. But the pain that destroys you, oh, that's the pain of regret. That feeling of looking in the mirror years from now, just knowing you could have been so much more. That pain, that's permanent. So paying the price isn't just about what you do on the outside. It all starts with an internal war, a battle for control over your own mind, your own impulses, and ultimately, your own destiny. I mean, it's the fundamental question, isn't it? When that alarm clock goes off in the morning, who's in charge? Is it the part of you that wants comfort or the part of you that has a mission? You can't let life hijack your mind. You have to own it. Here's the deal. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Your feelings will always choose the path of least resistance. They're the voice telling you to hit snooze, to skip the workout, to take the easy way out. Your mind, your discipline, that has to be the voice that overrules them and says, get up. This is such a powerful idea. Think about it. Behind every single one of your fears is the person you want to become. The things you're afraid of, failure, judgment, discomfort, they're basically signposts pointing you directly towards your own growth. If you run from that fear, you're just running from your potential. But if you face it, you become the person you were meant to be. So you've got the mindset, right? But that's not enough. A warrior's mind is forged through action. It's not about one single heroic moment. It's about thousands of small, disciplined decisions you make day after day after day. It's all about the relentless daily grind. This story is the perfect example. So a teammate decides, okay, I'm going to be the hardest worker on the team. I'll be the first one in the gym. He shows up before dawn, only to find Kobe Bryant already there, finishing a full workout, completely drenched in sweat. And this was just days after losing the NBA Finals. I mean, that's a whole other level of dedication. And that right there, that's the real lesson from the story. It wasn't about Kobe's talent. It was about his response to failure. He didn't rest. He didn't complain. He just got right back to work, harder than anyone else. That's what defines a legend. You see, every little thing matters. Reading that book, going to bed early, doing that one extra rep, it all goes on the ledger. These tiny moment-to-moment decisions, they all add up over time. And they're what ultimately make you that guy, or they leave you wondering what could have been. So, what happens when you've finally endured the sickness of average, when you've paid the price, forged your mind, and committed to that daily practice? You transform. You become the person that the world and the people you care about can rely on. This quote, man, it just puts everything into perspective. It really highlights how rare this transformation is. So many people show up to life, but very few are truly in the fight. 80 are just targets, 9 are doing most of the real fighting, but only one is a true warrior. The whole point is to be that one. And this is who that warrior is. Not just for themselves, but for everybody else. They are the pillar that their family can lean on when things get tough. They don't just endure hardship, they actually thrive on it. They're the ones who make the unpopular but necessary decisions. They are, to put it simply, stronger. And this brings us right to the final, and honestly, the most important question of all. After seeing the path, the price, and the result, why not you? You have the ability to learn, to work, to change. You can design your own life. The only thing that's stopping you is the decision to start. I want to leave you with this. Remember this quote, because what you might be thinking of as impossible right now, it's just an opinion. It's not some fact that limits you. It's a dare that's inviting you to prove it wrong. The power to change your world is sitting right there in front of you. The only question left is, are you going to use it?